So, hi everybody. You've come back. Brilliant, thank you. Today I'd like to show you a sequence that you can do sitting on a chair. You can equally do it standing, and I might just swap over a couple of times through it just to show you how things can be done. Standing on your mat, sitting on a chair. We are spending a lot of time sitting at the moment, so do be aware if you are able to stand, it would be really good to do that. But, you know, be kind to yourself, look after yourself, show some compassion. These are difficult times, unprecedented times. So if you think, actually, I'll just give it a go and I'll do a little bit sitting on the chair, and then you find some energy and want to stand up, that's just fine. So we're going to start just by settling the body. So we settle the body using the breath. If you're standing, you can imagine that your feet are on the earth, on the grass, on the beach. And sitting on a chair, you can equally do the same with the tailbone. So the tailbone will be your focus for grounding, for creating some stability, some nourishment, for creating the strong pull of the earth, gravity helping, awareness to tailbone, grounded and solid. And then just gently making your way up through the pelvic area and into your heart, and then up towards the shoulders. You can just rotate the shoulders backwards and down. So just gently let them rest and be heavy away from the ears. The chin's parallel with the floor, whether you're sitting or standing. And you've got a beautiful golden thread at the crown of the head. Tadasana, the mountain posture, equally as beneficial standing and sitting. Just make sure you're not leaning back into the chair. You're sitting upright so the spine is free and the energy is able to move up and down the vertebra. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the pull of the earth sending roots down to be connected with trees. It's a huge community down there and you are involved too. So a heaviness and solidity in the base of the spine, or the feet and the legs if you're standing, and a lightness up the upper torso towards the crown of the head, space, all this space above you. And then just gently, you can open your eyes for this if you wish, or stay seated or stood. And then you're just going to rotate round. So you might be moving the weight on your feet if you're standing, or you'll be rotating round on the tailbone, circling one way. You can pretend that you're stirring a huge porridge pot. Really gets the hips involved, gets the hips moving. Then go the other way. If you're standing, you might feel that you can feel all the little muscles twitching on. So keep the feet firmly planted and you're just distributing the weight around and around, and then let that come back. So with your hand, the right hand is going to be just below the navel and the left hand is just at eyebrow level. This is whether you're sitting or standing. Then on a breath in, extend, fill out, increase your height, and on an out breath, over to the side. Breath in to come back up, rotate the arms. Breath in, lengthen. Breath out to the side. And again, rotate the arms. Breath in, so I'm mirroring you. You've got your right hand above, left hand above, stretching out. Opposites, palm to palm. Stretch up, lengthen, breathe out. A beautiful stretch down the side of the body. Let the hands come back to the lap. Remember, if you're standing, your knees need to be soft and your ankles need to be soft too. No tension held. Sitting, really push down with the tailbone into the chair. Nice erect spine. So the elbows come in front and they're quite near to each other. And your wrists are almost together. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, sink down. If you're standing, you can sink the knees. Breathe in, stretch up. Feel this across the back, the muscles of the back that are supporting the spine. Breathe out, let go. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, let go. Arms out to the side of the body. So one's facing one way, one's facing the other. Make a little beak with each hand, so it's a bit like a swan. And then on an in-breath, draw the swan's beak right in towards the heart. And on a out-breath, push away. 2 more. Let go of anything you're holding on to. Let it go. There's a lot of stress and strain around at the moment. Let it go. Beautiful. And then taking the hands down so they're at hip level. If you're standing, they're about near your hips. They're just at the side of the body on the chair. Open your palms out so they're facing away from you, and the thumbs are going towards the back of the room behind you. Palms are nicely energized but not too stretched. Don't put too much strain. So you're going to rotate the wrist, the elbows, the shoulders. The shoulders go away, the wrists go away, and the elbows. So it's elbow, wrist, shoulder, shoulder, wrist, elbow, wrists. So rotating the same way in, stretching the back of the body as you rotate in, opening up the front of the body and the chest and the heart, opening up to possibilities and opportunities. Breathe out, close in, stretch the back of the body. Breathe in, open, beautiful. You can keep that going as you start to just let the arms come a little bit higher up. Now do remember, sore shoulders, be careful, high blood pressure, not too high, and certainly not holding. So you're doing this same rotational of the arms, but stretching out the back of the body as well. So feel it in the muscles that support the spine. You're at chest level now, maybe. Just go to whatever's comfortable for you, whatever you need to do. Listen to your body. And you may want to go up to shoulder level. Now, make sure the shoulders don't come up so that you're hanging like a coat hanger. Nice and relaxed. Beautiful. So at shoulder level then, you're going to alternate. So the right palm, turn the wrist, just the right arm, the elbow and the shoulder. Then rotate. So this one comes out as the other one goes in. So same action, but you're just doing opposite arms. It's almost like you're wringing out a towel. Feel it right across the back of the body. Feel it in the muscles, the shoulder blades. Feel it in your chest as you do the opening at one side. You're stretching out the lungs and the rib cage. We really need to work on the breathing apparatus. Keep it healthy. Fit and healthy in the lungs, especially for this disease that's going around at the moment. Slowly work your way back down with your arms. Make sure you're not holding any tension in the jaw or in the neck or in the shoulders. This is the place where we tend to hold tension. Check in with that every day, every minute of every day if you need to. Rotate both arms in like we did before, both arms out. Finish on this beautiful opening out. Excellent. Take your fingertips now, either to the tops of your shoulder or the collarbone, Elbows are bent again and almost near to each other. We're going to take some circling. So the circle comes in front of the body and then out to the sides. In front of the body. And again, if you're standing, you can actually sink the knees down as you do the rotation. Beautiful. This wide circling as if you've got a pencil on the end of the elbows and you're just circling 2 circles in front, round one way. Again, keep those shoulders relaxed. They will come up a little bit in this. Then circle the other way, sink down, breathe out. Breathe in, open, breathe out, sink down. Keep that spine upright if you're on the chair. Try not to slump. I'll show you this from the side so you're not slumping forward. You're sitting nice and upright and circling. Beautiful to get the shoulders moving. If you're working at your desk, working at home, do remember to take your breaks if you're working at home. Remember to move your eyes around so you don't get bogged down with a document. Move away from your desk and take a little walk around, go and get a drink and let the hands just come down towards the lap. Lovely. Okay, so twisting. We know that the spine, I should have mentioned earlier, I've got a block here. If your feet are not touching the floor or they're struggling to touch the floor so that you can cause right angles with your knees, you might need a block. So the block just raises up the floor. So the spine moves in 3 different directions. We've done our beautiful side stretches. We're now going to do our wonderful twists. So imagine that corkscrew or the spiral staircase, starting from the base of the spine, moving each vertebra one at a time to do a twist, right up to the back of the neck. The whole of the spine and the neck can do this twist. I'm going to show you it on the chair first, and then I'm going to show you it for standing because it's just a little bit different for standing. So be patient if you're waiting to stand. So take the right hand and just place it on the side of the left knee. Take the left hand and just hold on to the back of your chair. You're going to move in a twist across your body so that you're looking towards the left. Don't hold it, come back to middle and back to where you started. Left hand, edge of right knee. Right hand, back of chair. Doesn't matter what your chair's like, you're sitting up towards the front and then turn. So you're looking, your chest goes, your hips go, and you're looking over that right shoulder. So you continue with that. You can make it into a nice flowing movement. Just make sure this opposite knee doesn't try and come in because that's what it'll try to do. So work hard to keep that stable. And your head and neck can move last. And your head and neck comes back last. So keep that movement going while I just show you for standing. So you're going to take the right foot out and point the toes away, hook the back heel round, then you're going to just take a twist from the hips, then the ribs, then the chest. The left hand can come over towards the right shoulder, then your head and neck look last. Coming back from the base, so it's your hips first, then your ribs, then your chest, and the head and neck come back last. Turn to the other side. So the back heel can come off the floor, turning in the base, then the mid, then the upper, then the head and neck. And keep that flowing again. Beautiful. Back to the start. One more each side, in your own time. Use the breath, it's a breath in. Lengthen the spine, it's a breath out to do the twist. It's a breath in at the back and a breath out to come back round. Breath in, lengthen, breath out, twist. I'll show you it from the side. You have a little rest if you wish. So the chest's coming right round, but just do whatever you can. Don't put any strain on the back, especially the lower lumbar. Back to the start. Give yourself a little shake. If you've been sitting a while, get up and have a little shuffle. I did mention water. Do have some water. So we've done a wonderful twist. At the start we did the side. We're now going to do some little moves for the head and neck. So the neck is like a mini spine. If you haven't got a block, a cushion, some books piled up is just fine. So the neck's like a mini spine. It too can move forward and back, side to side, and do the twist. And we're going to do that with the neck. If you're working at home, you're probably sat in maybe a bit of an awkward position. You might not have the correct chair. You might not have the correct desk. You might have a small screen. Really, I can't impress enough. I've witnessed this myself. Please take some time away from that equipment. Stand up, stretch, do any of these moves, either standing or sitting, but take your eyes away from the screen. It should be every quarter of an hour, 20 minutes really. So look after yourself. It's important that you do that to keep fit and healthy, to keep your mental health strong too. So with your hands in your lap, and if you're standing, you can still do this standing. Just make sure you've got a nice erect spine and you're not slumping. Shoulders are relaxed. Really show me this swan-like neck. It's amazing how long the neck is. And through the day with sitting and slumping, it gets shorter and shorter. And you see people sitting in their cars and they've hardly got a neck at all. So really take some time to stretch upwards in the spine and with the crown of the head and that golden thread, this will really extend the neck. So just gaze forwards, bring your chin forwards a little bit as if you're looking through a mirror or a window. We're doing a lot of that at the moment, aren't we, because we can't get out. Then let the chin come down towards the chest, lengthening the back of the neck, then keeping the chin where it is, draw back up. So you're doing this sort of circular movement at the front of your body, chin down to chest, breath out, draw up, breath in. Imagine on the in-breath, as you're drawing back up, that you've got a pencil there and you're trying to hold that pencil so it doesn't drop onto the floor or onto your lap. Breath in, breath out. You can close your eyes, you can do this in a real meditative way. It's such a delicate thing as your neck, but it's a strong foundation. It's got a strong structure, so do work into it. You will make the muscles stronger as well by doing this. And you might feel it right down the spine as well. If there's any clicks, pops, cracks, as long as there's no pain, that's all good. Come back to centre. If there is pain, ease off a bit. Don't be hard on yourself. You know, we've got to make our lives easier, but we've got to keep moving. So we're going to take a sideward stretch. So the right earlobe is going to come down towards the right shoulder. Stretching the left side of the neck, back to centre. Breathe in, breathe out, do the move. So don't put a twist in this. Imagine that you're clamped between two clamps and the only way you can go is down towards the shoulder and back up. Don't be tempted to move forward. Imagine you're making a beautiful smile or a rainbow upside down in front of your body, going one way and the other. And then even out the sides. So we started with the right side, we'll finish with the left. Come back to centre, lengthen again in the spine and the neck, and then you're going to take a look over the right shoulder. Take your eyes with you as well. Look through the corner of the eyes, see what your periphery is. Don't be tempted to move the shoulders, it's just for the neck. Back to the start, breathe in, lengthen, breathe out, turn. And let the eyes look right into the corners. See how much you can actually see. It's great to exercise the eyes. There are muscles in the eyes as well. But while you're doing that, so keep that going right to left, you don't stay there and you don't jerk. It's a nice flowing movement. So while you're keeping that going, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about this lovely eye movement. So the vagus nerve, you may have heard about the vagus nerve. You keep going. I'm just going to sit. The vagus nerve is one of the longest nerves in our bodies, and it can activate the parasympathetic nervous system. So it triggers it. When you start to activate the vagus nerve, you can look it up, VEGUS, not as in Las Vegas. When you start to activate that, it then switches other things on. And this movement of the eyes can activate the vagus nerve. And that will put you into more of a relaxation mode than a fight or flight. And we've got a lot of fight or flight going on at the moment. We've got a lot of worry. Come back to centre, take a little rest. Let the head hang if you need to. So to counteract this fight or flight that's going on a lot, if you're watching the news and you've got somebody who's ill, somebody you're helping, then you need to take this time also to do the opposite, which is the rest and digest, the relaxation, the parasympathetic nervous system. So do go on after you've done this movement onto my next video, the relaxation video, whenever you can, and just take some time. It's about half an hour is that one, but I'm going to do a shorter one. So the last way that we want to move our spine is forward and back. And I'll show you it sitting, and then I'll show you it standing. So for a forward and back movement sitting, let your hands just be by the side of the body now. Now, like we did before, let the chin come down to the chest. Then let your shoulders roll forwards, and then start to come forwards. This might be your maximum. That's fine. If you want to go a little bit further, bring the abdomen towards the thighs. Go just to whatever is your limit. Don't push it. Don't be a hero. There's enough heroes about at the moment, and don't let the ego take over. Whatever is your forward bend, do make sure you let the head and neck rest too. Wherever you are, you can just move from side to side as well. So that helps move the sides of the waist, the lower lumbar. Feel into each vertebra, see what's happening. The weight of the head and neck will help you in this posture if you just let go. The forward bend is a letting go, a resting. You can let go of emotions. You can let go of fears, you can let go of thoughts, you can let go of behaviours that no longer suit you. And then just gently, keeping the head low, push down with your feet a little bit, start to draw up. So imagine the base of the spine, then the next vertebra, then the next vertebra. So you're going up to mid-spine, you're going up to between the shoulder blades. The shoulders can come right back. You can hold on to the sides of the chair, open the chest and just gently look up. Don't take the head up too far. You're going to really strain the back of the neck and compromise the spinal cord. But you can take the chin just gently and look up with the eyes. Remember that vagus nerve, move the eyes upwards, stretching into the muscles in the eyes. And then you roll back down like you did before. So chin first, and then roll down each vertebra. You go down to the bottom or whatever your maximum is while I show this in standing. So you're standing upright, chin parallel with the floor, fullest height. Relax the chin down. The shoulders come forward, you're a bit like a rag doll. Each vertebra gets its turn at moving till you get down towards the tailbone. Now, keep the knees nice and soft. You can even put a bend in the knees. as your arms get lower. It doesn't matter where you go. This might be the maximum. This is where you do your swaying. Make a rainbow around your knees, or around your shins, or around your ankles, or at the feet. Head and neck must be relaxed. Really make sure. To come back up, push down with the feet, bend the knees. Head and neck come up last, so that you're using your thighs and your core muscles to come all the way up to the top. Each vertebra gets its turn. Head and neck last. You can do a full opening out. Take the hands behind you into the lumbar. So you're not pressing, you're just holding. And then do a gentle opening of the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades in behind you. Chin can come up slightly, eyes right up to the top. Stimulate the vagus nerve. Breath out. Back down, chin, shoulders. You continue that if you're standing. I'm going to continue it on the chair. Shoulders, abdomen comes down and rests. Keep your knees nicely soft and bent if you're standing. Make the rainbow wherever you are, around the shins or the knees or the thighs if you're standing, or you might be at the floor. And then we're all going to come up together, standing or sitting, so push the feet down, keep your knees nice and bent for standing. Draw up, feel into each vertebra. Feel its neighbour, then its other neighbour as you come up the spine. Then the shoulders can roll back, then the chin can come up. You can hold onto the back of the chair and do your beautiful back opening, your chest opening with your back slightly domed. Look up with your eyes, really stretch into your eyes. In fact, circle the eyes round one way in this position and then round the other. Any dizziness, come back round, come back to standing, sitting, and then gently, gently come back, hands into your lap. So give yourselves a little shake. So anybody that's still in standing, I'd like you now to come down onto the floor. You can either rest in child posture, so that's with the arms out and you're sitting back on your heels, head on the floor, or head on two raised up fists. They're on the floor, just to raise the floor up. Shoulders relaxed, abdomen relaxed, breathe into the back of the body. If you're on the chair, you can just stay upright, hands in your lap. Close your eyes gently and go back to how we started with mountain posture. The grounding of your tailbone. Feel the earth either beneath your feet, or it might be your knees or your fists if you're on the floor. While you're in this position with your eyes closed, think about the body, how it's moved. Do a journey around the body if you wish, from your feet upwards. Feel into those major muscles. Feel into the heart, feel the heartbeat slowing. Feel into your breath. Feel the breath in and the slight move of the body as you do. Opening up of the ribs, expanding in the chest. Breath out, everything sinks, settles and relaxes. Don't change the breath, just let it come back naturally. Just take a moment now in stillness and silence, with a couple of breaths. Any thoughts that come, acknowledge them, let them go. Come back to your breathing. Mentally you can say, inhale, exhale. Sometimes the mind wants something to do. Just give it those two words. And then just gently opening the eyes. Take a big stretch up. Take a stretch out and bring in a loving hug for yourself. We can't give hugs out much at the moment, so hug yourself first. Beautiful person that you are. You're looking after yourself, you're doing the best that you can. Then a stretch out wide and then bring in an enormous hug for all those people that you're not connecting with physically at the moment. Sending out a loving hug to all that need one, that you would love to get one from. Feel into that hug, smile, let the hands come into praying hands, and let's just say, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let there be peace in my heart, peace in your heart, and peace around the world.